Welcome to my YouTube channel Kids on Magic World. Friends, today our topic is essay on the 1857 mutiny has been marked as the first war of Indian independence. The year 1857 marks a pivotal moment in Indian history, often referred to as the First War of Indian Independence. This uprising, which began as a mutiny among Indian soldiers in the British East India Company's army, rapidly evolved into a nationwide rebellion against British rule. The significance of the 1857 mutiny lies not only in its immediate cause and events but also in its enduring legacy, shaping the future of India's struggle for independence. Causes of the mutiny. The roots of the 1857 mutiny can be traced to a confluence of socio-economic, political, and cultural factors that had been brewing for decades. The British East India Company, which had steadily expanded its control over India, imposed various policies that were deeply unpopular among different sections of Indian society. Military grievances. The immediate cause of the mutiny was dissatisfaction within the ranks of the sepoys or Indian soldiers. The introduction of the new infield rifle, which required soldiers to bite off the cartridge greased with animal fat, rumored to be from cows and pigs, was seen as an affront to their religious belief. The sepoys, predominantly Hindu and Muslim, viewed this as an attempt to undermine their cultural and religious practices. Economic exploitation. The British policies severely disrupted traditional industries and crafts, leading to economic distress among peasants and artisans. The imposition of heavy taxes, combined with the exploitation of resources, created widespread resentment. The introduction of cash crop often led to famine and suffering, further alienating the populace. Political annexation. The doctrine of lapse introduced by Lord Dalhousie allowed the British to annex Indian states if the ruling prince died without a direct heir. This policy resulted in the loss of numerous princely states, igniting anger among local rulers and their subjects who felt their rights and sovereignty were under threat. Cultural and religious insensitivity. The British displayed a lack of understanding and respect for Indian culture and religion. Missionary activities aimed at converting Indians to Christianity, along with the introduction of Western education, were perceived as a direct assault on traditional beliefs. Key events of the mutiny. Delhi. The capture of Delhi was a significant turning point in the rebellion. The last Mughal emperor, Bahadur Shah II, was proclaimed the leader of the uprising, symbolizing a resurgence of Indian nationalism. The city became a focal point of resistance, attracting rebels from across northern India. Siege of Lucknow. One of the most notable events was the Siege of Lucknow, where British forces, led by Sir Henry Lawrence, were besieged by Indian rebels. The siege lasted 7 months and highlighted the tenacity of both the British and the rebels. Kanpur Massacre. The events at Kanpur were marked by brutal violence. After initial British casualties, a counter-offensive resulted in the massacre of many Indians, which fueled further animosity and retaliation on both sides. The role of leaders and societies. Various leaders and groups played crucial roles during the uprising. Figures like Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi, Tatya Tope, and Bahadur Shah II emerged as symbol of resistance. The involvement of local rulers, zamindars, landlords, and the middle class demonstrated the widespread desire for independence from colonial rule. In addition, reformist societies like the Brahmo Samaj and the Arya Samaj began advocating for social changes which were intertwined with the political aspiration of the time. While not directly involved in the mutiny, their ideas helped lay the groundwork for future movements towards independence. British response. The British response to the mutiny was brutal and comprehensive. After the rebellion was suppressed by 1858, the British enacted several reprisals against the rebels, leading to widespread atrocities. The British government dissolved the East India Company and took direct control of India, making the beginning of the British Raj. This change in governance introduced reforms aimed at stabilizing the region, but it also laid the foundation for further descent. The new policies sought to integrate Indians into the administration but largely maintained the existing structure of colonial rule. Legacy of the 1857 Mutiny. The 1857 Mutiny is significant for several reasons. First, it marked a critical turning point in Indian history, awakening a sense of nationalism among Indians. Although the uprising was ultimately unsuccessful, it laid the groundwork for future movement against British rule. The event of 1857 also catalyzed a broader discourse on Indian identity, unity, and the demand for independence. The mutiny highlighted the necessity for a collective struggle transcending religions and social divisions. In the decades that followed, leaders like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Mohandas Karamchandra Gandhi, and Jawaharlal Nehru drew inspiration from the sacrifices made during the mutiny, channeling that spirit into the larger struggle for independence in the early 20th century. Conclusion. The 1857 mutiny is rightly commemorated as the first war of Indian independence. It represents not just a violent uprising against British rule but also the profound desire of Indians for autonomy, dignity, and self determination. While the immediate result were a consolidation of British power, the long term effect of the mutiny sparked a flame of resistance that would eventually lead to Indian independence in 1947. The bravery and sacrifice of those who fought in 1857 continue to inspire generations, reminding us of the enduring quest for freedom and justice. Thank you friends for watching my video. Friends, I hope you like my video. Friends, if you like my video, so please subscribe, share and comments. Bye friends.